Have you ever paused and wondered if there are things you should keep to yourself, even from the people you love most? It's a simple question, but one that becomes more pressing as we grow older. Once we move past 80, our perspective shifts. We start looking back at a lifetime of choices, achievements, mistakes, and deeply personal moments. And some of those moments are just ours to carry. If you're here, it probably means you value honesty, openness, and connection. But you also know there are certain truths once spoken that can't be taken back. In this video, we're exploring 4 types of secrets that, in my experience and in conversations with countless seniors in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, are often best left unspoken. Whether it's an old regret, a private disappointment, a mistake from decades ago, or a health scare you never shared, some secrets quietly shape your life. But they might not serve anyone by being revealed. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll understand why keeping certain things private isn't dishonesty. It's about preserving peace, protecting dignity, and nurturing love. Secret number 1: regrets from your early years. Regret is a constant companion for many of us as we age. The choices we made in our 20s, 30s, or 40s, sometimes hurried, sometimes naive, can leave a shadow that follows us quietly through life. It could be a job you didn't take, a friendship that faded, or a romantic misstep that lingered for decades. I've spoken with many people in their 80s, and nearly everyone has at least one regret they've carried for years. But here's the thing. These regrets are deeply personal. They've shaped the person you've become. Sharing them late in life, especially with family, doesn't always bring relief. Sometimes it only causes confusion or sadness for those who love you. Take, for example, a gentleman I met named Frank. He was 82 when he decided to tell his daughter about a lost love from his youth, a secret he'd carried for over 50 years. He thought it would bring them closer, give his daughter insight into his younger self. Instead, it left her unsettled, questioning what she knew about her father and even the foundation of her parents' marriage. That piece of Frank's past became a quiet weight in her mind, a pebble in her shoe, always there but never big enough to fix anything. Regrets are a part of being human. They teach us, guide us, and remind us how far we've come, but they don't always need to be shared. Psychological studies show that recounting regrets can help us process guilt or sadness, but when we unload them on family who can't change the past, it can create helplessness or even strain relationships. Your family, especially children and grandchildren, look to you for wisdom and comfort, not a list of life's missed opportunities. That doesn't mean you should never share your experiences. General stories about lessons learned or the growth you achieved can be valuable, but raw, unfiltered regrets, particularly those from before your loved ones were born, often stir dust that doesn't need stirring. If you feel the urge to confess a long-ago regret, pause for a moment and ask yourself, will this help my family, or am I just seeking to release my own sorrow? Often, keeping that page closed is the kinder choice. If you've ever carried a regret from your younger years, take a moment and comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now that we've explored regrets from your early years, let's move to secret number 2: private financial struggles. Money has a way of quietly shaping our lives. From the home we live in to the opportunities we can provide for our children, it influences so much. And yet, many seniors carry memories of financial challenges they never shared, sometimes for decades. It could be personal debt, a failed business venture, or simply times when you were just scraping by and worked hard to shield your family from worry. Even now, as we age, those quiet financial struggles can replay in our minds. And sometimes there's a temptation to finally confess them to your children or grandchildren, hoping to explain, justify, or unburden yourself. But here's the lesson many seniors learn the hard way. Sharing every financial difficulty from the past does not always bring understanding or connection. Often, it simply transfers worry from one generation to the next, worry they cannot fix, change, or resolve. Consider a woman named Eleanor, who at 83 confided in a friend about a near-catastrophic investment she made shortly after her husband passed away. For years, she had quietly rebuilt her life, never letting her children know how close they came to losing everything. Later, she thought about sharing the full story, thinking it would help her family understand her caution with money. Her friend reminded her gently, "Not every truth needs to be revealed. Some stories only create anxiety where none is needed." When Eleanor eventually mentioned her struggle in passing, focusing on the lessons she learned about resilience and perseverance, her family responded with admiration, not concern. Research shows that older adults often feel compelled to disclose past financial struggles, hoping for closure or validation. But what families truly need is reassurance, stability, and calm guidance as they navigate their own financial journey. Your quiet strength in carrying burdens alone already sets an example of character, courage, and perseverance. Of course, transparency matters when it comes to current finances, like wills, inheritance plans, or medical expenses. Those are details your family must know. But the distant struggles of decades past, they often belong to your personal history, their lessons already woven into the story simply by the fact that you endured, adapted, and moved forward. Here's a thought to carry with you. Your legacy doesn't need to be a catalog of old mistakes or financial hardships. Instead, let it be a story of quiet courage and steady support. The resilience you've shown speaks louder than any confession ever could. If you've ever faced a financial challenge that shaped your life, leave a comment number 2 below. Let's hear your story. Secret number 3, old family grievances. One of the most challenging aspects of a long life is witnessing the way family dynamics shift, bend, and sometimes break over the years. As we grow older, we carry memories of past arguments, disappointments, or moments when a sibling, child, spouse, or close relative hurt us deeply. These grievances, even decades old, can linger quietly in our minds. It's natural to feel the urge to finally air it all out, hoping that sharing your truth will bring closure or understanding. But in my experience, there is often wisdom in letting some grievances remain unspoken. It's not about self-sacrifice. It's about protecting the fragile harmony of your family, especially as you reach your 80s and beyond. Take Harold, an 84-year-old man I once met. In the 1960s, he had a bitter argument with his younger brother over their father's inheritance. The disagreement led to years of awkward family gatherings and missed opportunities for connection. Decades later, Harold considered telling his children the full story, hoping they would understand the tension that had shaped so much of their family history. But after reflecting and speaking with a trusted advisor, he realized that sharing those old wounds would only reopen pain and confusion. It wouldn't change the past or mend relationships. Instead, Harold focused on being present in the moment, modeling forgiveness and prioritizing peace over revisiting hurt. Studies in psychology show that forgiveness, whether spoken aloud or held silently in your heart, is a powerful tool for healing. Choosing not to resurrect old family conflicts allows love and understanding to fill the spaces where resentment once lived. Your children and grandchildren will remember the warmth, unity, and compassion you brought to the family, not the grievances you chose to leave unspoken. If you find yourself tempted to revisit a painful story from decades past, pause and ask yourself, will this help my family, or will it only change the way they see one another? Often, silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is a gift of peace, allowing your loved ones to focus on connection, joy, and shared moments rather than old wounds. If you've ever had a family grievance you chose to keep private, comment number 3 below. Sharing your reflections helps create a community where we can all learn from each other's experiences. Now let's talk about secret number 4, personal health fears from the past. As we age, health naturally becomes a more frequent topic of conversation. Doctor visits, medications, and small aches and pains are part of life after 80. But many seniors carry private memories of health scares from decades ago, moments of fear, uncertainty, or anxiety that were never shared with anyone. It could have been a worrying diagnosis, a medical test you ignored, or even a symptom you chose to monitor in silence. These experiences shaped the choices you made, yet you carried them alone, quietly moving through life. Many older adults wonder whether to finally reveal these long-held health secrets to family. The thought often comes from wanting to be fully known, or sometimes to prepare loved ones for what might come. But here's the truth. Sharing every health scare from decades past rarely benefits anyone. Most often, it only creates worry, confusion, or guilt in those who care about you most. Let me share an example. Carol, now in her mid-80s, once discovered a lump in her breast at age 61. She was terrified, but chose to face it privately. After a few anxious weeks, she learned it was harmless and moved forward, never feeling the need to burden her husband or children with the fear she had endured. Now, she occasionally wonders if she should have shared that story. But in the end, it never added value. Her family could not change what happened, and knowing it would have only caused unnecessary concern. Medical experts often remind us that while openness can foster trust, discretion is just as important. Not every past health struggle needs to become a family narrative. If it doesn't affect them now, and there's no lesson to pass along, keeping it private can be a final act of care. What your family needs most is your presence, your encouragement, and your example of resilience, not a history of scares they cannot fix. Your strength lies in how you lived, overcame challenges, and continued to support those you love. Your silence about past fears is not dishonesty. It is protection, a way to shield your family from unnecessary worry. If this resonates and you faced a health challenge in private, take a moment to comment number 4 below. Your reflections can help others understand the wisdom in choosing when to speak and when to simply move forward with courage. As we reach the end of our conversation today, I hope you found some clarity about what it truly means to protect your family and yourself as you grow older. The truth is, not every secret is a burden that must be lifted. Sometimes, holding certain experiences close to your heart is the kindest choice you can make. It's a way of safeguarding the hearts of those you love from worries they cannot change or solve. Think back on the 4 types of secrets we've discussed. 1. Regrets from your early years. 2. Private financial struggles. 3. Old family grievances. 4. Personal health fears from the past. Each of these has the potential to quietly shape your life, but they don't always need to be shared. Your wisdom, courage, and resilience have already left a lasting mark on your family simply by the way you lived and persevered. Take a moment now to reflect. Which of these private matters resonates most with you? Do you see any of them in your own life, or perhaps in someone you care about? Remember, your legacy is not written in confessions or long-kept secrets. It's written in the love, support, and stability you provide every day. Sharing your story when it matters can inspire hope, forgiveness, and resilience. But old burdens, past regrets, and fears that no longer serve anyone, those are better left in the past, where they belong. Your family will remember the warmth you brought, the lessons you taught by example, and the steady presence you provided through life's ups and downs. If you found value in today's video, or if one of these secrets resonated with you, leave a comment below sharing what you learned or how you plan to use this insight in your own life. Your thoughts matter, and reading them motivates us to continue creating content that informs, inspires, and uplifts. And of course, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us keep making content that matters to seniors and their families around the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, your wisdom, love, and quiet strength are your greatest gifts. Protect them, cherish them, and let them shine in every moment you have. We'll see you in the next video.